right, up next, we're gonna work on hip internal rotation, which is something I find is very limited in people that have a lot of pinchy hips when they're in the bottom of the squat position. If that's you, what we're gonna do is lie down on your back. Femur is gonna be vertical. We're gonna internally rotate the hip by moving the foot outward and keeping the knee directly over the hip. And we're gonna use our hands to provide a little extra pressure and assistance to get that hip rotation. Notice as I'm doing this, I'm not letting my torso bend or contort any direction. I'm trying to keep this stable and just keep all the motion coming from my hip. If you have a lot of restrictions there, meaning you have maybe 0, 10 degrees of hip internal rotation, rather than probably the 30 to 45 we'd like to see, you can also use a resistance band to provide a little lateral distraction of the hip while you do this. If you don't have any restrictions there, you've got a good 30, 45 degrees of hip internal rotation, then we're gonna get you lying on your side. My hips are flexed to 90 degrees. My head's down, and we're just gonna lift the hip up and down like you're performing a windshield wiper. That's gonna get the glute medius activating a little bit. If you can do 20 of those without it feeling like your glute medius having to work much at all, then we're gonna raise our knee off of the ground. So now I have my knee at the same height as my hip. I'm gonna maintain that femur position and rotate in and out. So work wherever you are in that progression and whatever your specific deficits are.